Scots drum. In case you haven't had a geography lesson in a while, Korea is here in East Asia. It's a peninsula that borders China. Here's a sort of zoomed in picture of Korea. And I live on this tiny little island called Jeju. It's sort of famous for these beautiful landscapes and beaches and mountains. It has the highest mountain in South Korea. People come from all over for honeymoons and vacations and that kind of thing. So I'm in nature a lot. I eat a lot of Korean barbecue and kimbap and soju and all of these things. And I spent a lot of time at this fancy international private school. And this is sort of all of my time, and I haven't given much time to investigate the culture and the music traditions of my host country. So this was a perfect opportunity to dive into that a little bit. From my research and my understanding, Hangul, which is like a very broad term for folk music in Korea, involves the janggu, as well as other types of drums and small gongs and other percussion instruments as well. And it uses dance and movement quite a bit. This type of, so here are two pictures of this type of music. Traditionally, it's used in harvest festivals, shamanistic rituals, also to accompany communal labor. And traditionally, there are these small professional troops of musicians that would travel around as well, but that's sort of a small subset. In the 60s and 70s, the 1960s and 1970s, the Korean government started to realize that this type of tradition and other types of artistic tradition in Korea were being lost through conflict and from Japanese colonization and the Korean War. So there were lots of efforts to sort of try to preserve this tradition, like I said, by the government and by labeling different types of art as intangible or tangible types of art. And there were other efforts as well. And one of the most famous efforts to sort of preserve this music came from this group called Samunori. And it was a group of 4 musicians that took this music and started to perform it in a really virtuosic, widely appealing flair in a concert venue specifically. And I talked about this in my blog post. There's sort of debate on how authentic that actually is, but they would definitely say that very authentic. So let's talk about the drum itself. As I said, it's an hourglass drum made of wood and animal hide traditionally on the sides. So it's got these straps that tighten so that the right side is a higher pitch than the left, and this one is sort of old and tired, so you can't really find the difference. So it's played with 2 sticks. The right hand is played with dolce, which is traditionally a bamboo stick. This is not the right thing, but it's the best I could find. So it's a bamboo stick that has a slight curve to it, and if you can find sort of the sweet spot, it hits here, curves, and makes a quite loud sort of rapping sound. In my lesson, we spent like 15 minutes just trying to find the exact angle, and yeah, there's a lot to it. It seems very simple, but the left side is called gongche. It's sometimes played with the hand, just in a straight down motion and sort of a flick of the wrist, and the way you play with the mallet, with the stick, sort of is in the same way. So it's like the left hand, as I said, gongche is traditionally bamboo stick and a very hard wood. This is, of course, a cheap imitation. So the rhythms are very, very complex. They're all memorized. In a Western sense, you could call it like polyrhythmic. But if you were going to write it down in Western notation, it would end up being like groups of like 10/8 or 30/8, like very, very long rhythm cycles called jangda. So one of the ways to to pass on these rhythms is through an oral transmission system. So these are three of the most common ways and words that go with the sounds that the drum makes. This first one, let's see if I can remember this, is just simply da. Repeat after me, da.
Da.
And that's the stick on the right hand. So if you were going to say da, 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 say da,
Da, da.
it's just, yeah. The middle one is, dong, 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 and that's with
Gung.
No,
Gung.
gung. Gung, which is the
Gung.
left hand. Say gung.
Gung.
Yeah. So it's this. So if you had gung, gung, duck, duck, it would be. The last one is dong, which is both at the same time. Dong. So I want to introduce you to a very simple, very short jangdan that you'll hear at the beginning of my performance, which is called Yiche Jangdan, and it's dong dong gong dak gong, dong dong gong dak gong, dong dong gong dak gong. So you can actually try it in your lap if you like. Both hands with dong, dong dong gong dak gong, or you can just keep it on the same leg. Dong dong gong dong dong. Yeah, good. There's one other type of rhythm that you'll hear, and it's called Dong Sai Puri, Jangdan, and you'll hear it in the middle of my performance, and it uses a lot of dongs. It goes dong, 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 da, da, dong, 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 da, da. See if you can keep up with that. It's using a lot of time to teach it. But let's try to play Dong Sai Puri Jangdan. Here we go.
Dong. Dong.
That Iche Jangdan in the beginning and Dong Sai Puri in the middle. Is there anything else to answer? I mean, that's perfect. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I learned from my lesson that's doing it all, well, not all wrong, but you're actually supposed to put your left foot like on the inside of the drum instead with it sort of off center. There are a lot of just little nuances that I wasn't aware of. But this is a combination of different Jangdan